To celebrate our newest launch, Rev 7, I'm bringing you an amazing introductory offer, plus an exclusive overstock sale that you're not going to want to miss. Rev 7 is our premium energy drink that tastes great and gives you energy all day with no jitters and no crashes. That's because there's no sugar and no caffeine. I'm so sure you're going to love Rev 7 that for a limited time you can try our 3-pack absolutely free. Or check out our Percale bed sheets. I can't believe I'm even going to say this. Every color, every style, every size, only $29.88. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to save 20% on our Rev 7 12-packs or try our introductory 3-pack absolutely free. And our Percale bed sheets, all sizes only $29.88, even the queens and kings. Inventory is extremely limited, so order now.
Let's bring in our panel, Republican strategist, attorney Ford O'Connell, and host of the Grassroots Truthcast podcast, Gene Valentino. Guys, great to see you. I spoke to Rand Paul earlier. We're going to rerun that conversation. You know, he's concerned about the debt ceiling. Here are some of the other proposed changes. We're going to flash some up on the screen. But obviously, the question is, are these reasonable changes? Because it was such a slim majority in the House that it passed. You know, Ford, they have control of the House and the Senate. If this doesn't go forward, I mean, at some point, you know, the Democrats aren't going to move it forward. So are Senate Republicans being reasonable in their asks?
I actually think they're being reasonable on one thing, and that is SALT, because I've said before I'm against SALT because it basically incentivizes blue state governors to be fiscally irresponsible. I cannot believe the Senate wants to extend these solar credits. Those subsidies, they need to be knocked out. But I see this as a bargaining point, and they are going to come to an agreement, because if they don't come to an agreement, they're going to lose the House for sure in the 2026 midterms and tank the Trump agenda.
So they're going to do it, but it's going to be ugly, and this is how the sausage is made, I guess. So, Gene, I want to move on and talk about this other clip, because President Trump obviously is dealing with a lot, you know, internationally. But here at home, he was actually asked if he was going to call Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. There was that terrible, tragic shooting. You know, the guy who says he's, you know, Antifa, he had a hit list. Let's play what President Trump says, because, you know, we know Waltz has made some pretty nasty comments about President Trump, even at the news conference during some of the past few days.
I think the governor of Minnesota is so whacked out. I'm not calling him. Why would I call him? The guy doesn't have a clue. He's a mess. So, you know, I could be nice and call him, but why waste time?
Here's President Trump, so laser focused and not pulling any punches. But there's a lot happening. It's funny that the legacy media is asking as if President Trump needs to call Walz.
Yeah, it's obvious that all the abundant successes of Tim Walz is something that Donald Trump should yield to, not to the contrary. There's been so much disruption by Mr. Walz alone that who would blame Donald Trump for stepping up and stepping out on his own to show leadership? There's been a lot of inconsistencies in Congress and through with many of the governors around the nation, and this lack of consistency in getting behind Donald Trump, when it's based more, Bianca, on vitriol and hate and less on the substance of the issue, is what really concerns me the most. I thought we were, in this constitutional republic, the two-party system should get behind the merits of the issue, not the personality defects of themselves or of the person they despise. We need to be uniform in our approach. And as for the budget in general, who gets it 100% their way? We've already conquered a mountain literally in 4 months. Can't we buy into most of it today, and then in a series of reforms over the next 2 years, continue some of the movement? The stock market is having an adverse effect, Bianca, because of the appearance of dissension amongst the ranks, and that alone is driving a bad economy.
Great points by both of you on that. I want to talk about this former Coast Guard lieutenant, known for sharpshooting and now charged because of his threats violent death threats to President Trump. These court documents show a little bit more about the suspect. Peter Stinson of Virginia served in the Coast Guard, served as an instructor at FEMA's Incident Command Systems. He's a self-identified member of Antifa. So he used his accounts X and Blue Sky. Threats go back to 2020. Hasn't entered a plea. Ford, put on your attorney hat, if you will. He's held in custody until his detention hearing tomorrow. But here we have it. Somebody who was on the inside, a member of our government, a lieutenant in the Coast Guard, another assassination talk with President Trump after he survived too.
Yeah, let me put it this way. In the last 5 years, it seems that most of the political violence, if not all, has come from the left. And the reason is because the left has been gaslit by their own leaders. This guy, no matter what happens, is going to be court-martialed and thrown out of the Coast Guard. If you pursue charges beyond that, which is what is being filed right now, I think it's important because I think people need to understand that you cannot be in our government and sit there, you know, crushing the president of the United States with such vile rhetoric. Look, I understand that you need to be a civilian and you also need to be, you know, in the military, and that's fine on your own personal time. But when you're a self-identified Antifa, you wonder how the heck this guy got through the process in the first place.
I'll give you the final word, Gene. Another disturbing story here.
It's terrible, and Ford nailed it. Look, it's one thing to be gaslit by your own people in your own party, but who says there's not an Iranian element or some foreign element that's been gaslighting the Democrat Party in general, if not through funding, through the brainwashing of Democrats that have no foundation in reality of the condition of the United States of America.
Ford, Gene, appreciate you both. Thanks for being with us today. See you back here soon, I hope.
Take care.
Thank you, Bianca.
Throughout history, the spirit of patriotism has prevailed. The battles may have changed, but the values remain the same. Today, in 2024, we find ourselves at a pivotal moment where the call for unity, freedom, and a better future echoes louder than ever. For more than 10 years, Patriot Mobile has been committed to supporting the values that make our nation great. With affordable plans and reliable nationwide coverage, Patriot Mobile is not just a wireless service. It's a call to action for those who believe in the American dream. Because this year is not just any year, it's the most important year since our nation's founding. Choose a wireless carrier that shares your values. Choose Patriot Mobile.